All right, so we're going to start with a dead bug variation. And here's the biggest mistake I see with everything, literally everything, is especially with all the advanced stuff on the internet, people just start off way too more, like way too advanced than where they are. So in order to make progress, you've got to start where you're at. Okay. So Suzanne's going to put her arms down at a 45-degree angle, put her palms flat. Okay. She's going to breathe in through the nose. She's going to gently exhale and blow her ribs down. We're going to see her abs go down first. And it's not a hard brace. So it's gentle. You should feel the abs engage at about a 3 out of 10. So all Suzanne is going to do here is she's just going to lift the knee up and put the leg back down. And that's it. Go back down under control. Yep. And then you can do one side at a time or the other side at a time. And this is going to seem really silly, but if you have somebody who's got back pain or somebody who, if you haven't worked out forever, like just doing this and keeping your back flat on the floor might be a challenge, right? So, and from here we're gonna progress into a heel slide. So she's basically gonna take her leg out straight and she's gonna keep her heel on the ground. She's gonna exhale. You got to go nice and slow. And she's going to extend as far as she can. She's losing her low back a little bit there. So she wants to keep her low back down. And then she's going to come back up. And you can do that all on one side if you want to, right? So you do a few like that, and you should feel your abs gently. Okay. And then we can go to the other side, obviously, and do a couple. We exhale. I know this seems really silly. And then we come back. Okay. But if you got back pain, there's no excuse. You should always be doing something. Okay. So now from here, we would go arms up. Okay. And we could go blow the ribs down. Okay. And then we can raise one leg up and hold, and then the other leg down and hold. So this is the next progression. Keeping a little back, not pushing it aggressively into the floor, but we also have to learn how to breathe while putting some tension on the abs. So now we're just going to go hands by themselves. We're going to go feet down and we're going to exhale. We're going to go one hand at a time. So one hand goes back, reach, and then come back up. Okay. And exhale. And she slows it down. I like to sometimes to make it more challenging. I'll go over my head. I'll exhale. I'll hold it there. And then I'll breathe in through the nose and out through the nose twice before I come back up. And that can actually be pretty challenging. Okay. So now we're going to make that, we're going to do it with, we're going to lift one leg up. We're going to go opposite arm. So she's going to exhale. You're getting ahead of it. Slow down, Sparky. Okay. You're going too fast. So exhale, blow through your mouth. You're going to go left, or is that left hand over your head at the same time, bringing your arm down or leg down at the same time. Bent though, not straight. You're going too quick. So go back to the original position, please. Okay. So exhale, leg goes down at the same time, and it's not straight, it's bent. Good. And then come back up. You'd be shocked how many people go ahead and exhale, do it again. Exhale on the way down through the mouth, and then come back up. And let's do the other side. You'd be so shocked how many people, women in particular, that can't do this without keeping their low back on the ground. Okay. Suzanne's doing a pretty good job of that. You don't want to be bearing down for these. The dead bug shouldn't be like you're deadlifting 300 pounds. It should be kind of subtle. And that's one of the reasons Suzanne hates it, because she's not good at subtle. So there you go. Okay. Very good. Excellent. Okay. So now what we're going to want to do is we're going to add the stability ball to this. Okay. Now, what we could do is if you struggle holding your feet in the air, we can put your feet on the wall. We could put your feet on a bench. Okay. Like if you struggle keeping your low back into the floor, but we're going to use the stability ball. So raise your knees up. Yeah. And Take your arms to the ceiling. We're not going to do elbows yet. We're going to do a gentle, she's actually going to hold onto the stability ball with her hands, like on the side of the ball. Yeah, kind of like that. More straight though. And just kind of gently, yeah, she's going to gently push into the ball and she's going to gently push her knees into the ball. And she's going to breathe in, she's going to exhale. And now we're going to go right leg down, bent, okay, by itself. This makes it a little more challenging, right, Suzanne?
Yep.
Okay, because we're trying to keep tension the entire time. Good. Excellent. Okay, now we're going to do the same leg, same arm. Same leg, same arm. Perfect. And we can do that a couple times and then go to the other side. Good. So, like, if this is challenging for you, then stay here, right? Okay. The idea is to find a level that challenges you enough, but isn't like overbearing. Okay. All right. So now we're going to go opposite leg, opposite arm. There you go. Good. And then switch. And if you're new, you could start with like one side at a time. Go ahead and rest, Suzanne. You can take a break. Okay. So the big thing with this stuff is finding the exercise that challenges you just enough to make you better, but not so that you're cheating and compensating, right? Because a lot of people, they'll do a dead bug and they're arching off the floor and they're using their back too much. Okay. And now we're back to the ball. Okay, ball's back up. Legs are back up. Yes, that's you. All right. And now you're going to exhale. You're going to go straight out with the right leg. You're going to pull that toe back towards you. Straighten it out as much as you can. Look at that. She's doing a good job. She's going to get 2 breaths while I can just keep her down there for a second. If I want to make it harder, I do 2 breaths while she's there, and then she comes back up. And she can do one side at a time, or she can switch to the other side. There you go. Nice and long. You see how her low back's staying into the floor? Really good job. Okay. And then exhale and do the other side again. Very good. Okay, go ahead and rest for a second. Okay. Now we're going to incorporate, we're going to do this, we're going to do opposite leg, we're going to do same leg. We're going to do right leg, right arm, right leg, right arm. Okay, so go ahead. So right leg, right arm. Good, and then back up. If you want to make that harder, you would go as far as you can without your low back coming off the ground, and you would take 2 breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. So we're having to learn how to keep our abs engaged while we're breathing. Okay, very good. Well done. And if we want to make that even harder, we can go legs straight up in the air, right? So basically it'd be on ball on the stomach, leg straight in the air, okay? And then we would go one at a time, leg down, and keep the other one up. Perfect. Good job. And 2 breaths, and then the other side. Excellent. Good work. Well done. Now, perfect. We can get rid of the ball now. Okay. And we can add a kettlebell. And we won't go through everything, but she's going to reach to the ceiling. She's going to blow her ribs down. And then you could do the same thing. You could start with knees bent, and then you could go to heel slide, right? Just all that stuff. And then we go back up to knees in the air. Okay. And then we can go one at a time with the knee bent. Yep. And then we can do same thing, knees bent to straight. You pull the toe back. Yep. Lower that kettlebell just a little bit, Q.
Do what?
Lower the kettlebell closer to your, like, no, 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 not like keep it reaching. Yeah, yes, that's too far. Halfway in between where you are and where you were. So let it drift back to your forehead a little more. Right there. Yes, that's perfect. Not all the way to your forehead. That'd be outside the building. So keep reaching. Good. Great. And then we can go leg straight from here. Okay. And then we can go leg straight, straight in the air, which makes it a little more difficult. Perfect. And of course, we could go one dumbbell in each hand if we wanted to make it even more difficult. Then to make it even more difficult, we can do this, leg straight in the air. And then Suzanne is going to take that dumbbell, she's not going to go all the way over her head. That kettlebell, she's going to go slightly above her hairline as she goes down with the leg. So one leg goes down, the kettlebell goes back as far as she can comfortably, and then she comes back up with it. Yep, good. Exhaling on the way up. She's breathing in on the way down. She's breathing in through the nose. And then she's exhaling. Well done. Good work. Nice job. Excellent. That's plenty. You getting a good sweat in?
I'm good. I
Okay.
need that actually.
Good. I guess you need to do more stuff like this because you definitely gravitate more towards the heavy stuff. So that's a basically and then of course we go right to the regular dead bug, which is knees in the air, hands up with nothing. So go ahead. And then the big thing is here is we can make it more difficult by go ahead, exhale, go one leg out. And then we can do a couple breaths here to make it more difficult. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Actually blow your air out through your mouth, Suzanne. Suzanne likes to cheat. There you go. In through the nose, out through the mouth. She's going to start shaking here because she hates doing the breathing. So that's how we would make this more difficult, right? It's by basically adding breath to it. Okay. Good. So there's some basic dead bug, and here's another thing we can do that a lot of people don't really think about. We can use the wall as well. So let's show them that really quick, a different variation of that. We call this like wall press abs. Where basically she would lay on her back, way around, wall press, not feet. Spin. This is your favorite, remember? Spin.
What?
Do a 180. Wall press abs. You've forgotten everything? Yes, there you go. Good. So she's going to blow her ribs down and she's going to push into the wall, and then her knees are up. And then we go through the same process again, 1 foot at a time. Right? And then heel slides. We do heel slides. We won't show you that. And now it's like go to extension. Yeah, the heel slide you don't need. Yeah, that's it. Just like that. Good. And now you would go to, that's the second one. Now you would go to knees in the air, extend all the way out. And get a couple breaths. And then you would go legs straight in the air. So that's the progression on that. So you can use the wall, and that's a whole nother level of intensity. And then the other one we can use, that's plenty. The other one we can use is a band. We use a band, we can attach it to the squat rack and pull the band down. We'll set that up here in a second. We'll stop the recording.
I don't have a band.